The Dodd-Frank Act institutes several new requirements for remittance transfers when consumers transfer money internationally. The following skit illustrates some of those challenges faced by banks as they work to adhere to the new regulations and minimize their risk exposure.
Atlantis Oceanic Bank, yeah. What's the number? 8675309? Okay, I'm at the bank now. I'll let you know when it's done.
Welcome to Main Street Bank. How can I help you today?
Hi, I'd like to wire $1,000 to my brother Nemo in Atlantis.
Okay, we can certainly help you with that. Come this way. Okay, let's get started. Do you have the account number for the recipient's bank?
Yes, it's 8675903.
Wait! You can't just simply send an international transfer any longer. Regulation E, remittance transfer rules, state that you must provide a pre-transaction disclosure when the customer requests the transfer, but before you accept payment. Your prepayment transaction disclosure should include the transfer amount in funding currency, the fees and taxes imposed and collected by Main Street Bank, the total transaction amount in the funding currency, the currency exchange rate, the transfer amount in the recipient's currency, and the fees and taxes imposed by all parties.
Okay, I can disclose the fees and exchange rates assessed by Main Street Bank, but it's next to impossible to disclose others' fees along the way. Once this payment is sent, Nemo's bank could charge lifting fees, and I would have no way of knowing or controlling that.
Don't forget, you also have to disclose taxes and exchange rates as well.
Exactly. I have no way of knowing that information. There's no global list of national, provincial, and municipal taxes for me to determine that. And the exchange rate. My bank does not handle foreign currency conversion. That's the job of the recipient bank at a future point in time. How can I possibly know what that rate will be? Do you have a crystal ball I can borrow?
There is a temporary provision which will allow you to estimate some of the disclosures for charges and rates which are beyond your control. There's also an exception made for certain countries that appear on a list provided by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. But one thing is crystal clear, and you don't need to be a psychic to understand it. If your disclosures are incorrect, you will have what is classified under Regulation E as an error. Under the new rules, an error can occur in several different ways.
I still don't feel very good about this whole thing. Errors for things I don't know or control. I'll have that paperwork printed up for you in 1 moment. Here you are.
Thanks for the quote. I think I'll shop this around.
We'll be here when you're ready, but don't wait too long. Currency rates like the sea are unpredictable. I'd hate for the tide to turn against you into an inflated rate.
Okay, thank you. Hi, you might remember me. I came in 2 days ago asking about a wire transfer for my brother Nemo in Atlantis. I'd like to send the money now, please.
Of course. It looks like the exchange rate from dollars to shells has changed. In fact, under the new rate, your brother will get less shells. However, we can still help you. I'll get this transfer ready to go.
Wait! The pre-transaction disclosure you gave is no longer valid. You need updated disclosures that reflect the new rates and charges.
Really? Again?
You're right. The rate isn't as good.
What's the bank's name and transit number, and what is the account number of the account you want to send the funds to?
Atlantis Oceanic, 8675309. No, wait, it's 8675903.
Okay, this will just be a minute. I just have to enter the information and hit send.
Not so fast. You can't just hit send. You need to provide receipt disclosures and some other information. This includes the date that the funds will be available to the recipient, a statement regarding error resolution and cancellation rights, Deanna's name and contact information for the recipient, and your bank and which agencies Deanna can contact if you don't keep up your end of the agreement.
So I have to state exactly when Atlantis Oceanic Bank is going to make the funds available to her brother? Well, there may be local holidays involved, or the bank may not be so quick to release the funds. What if the recipient's bank goes underwater? I can't disclose what I don't control.
The best course of action might be to propose a more conservative date for funds arrival, and then tell Deanna that her funds may be available sooner.
Excuse me, did you just tell my banker to pad my fund arrival date? Given what I said about wanting to get this done quickly, isn't he taking a chance that I'll take my business elsewhere?
Maybe, but that's what I would advise.
Okay, here's the receipt for the transaction.
Thank you.
Wow, the international transfers didn't used to be so complex. Let me go process this wire so I can finally be done with it.
Hold your seahorses. Wires are irrevocable once sent. And Deanna still has 30 minutes after payment to come back and cancel that payment. If she does, you have to refund the entire amount to her.
Now this is putting even more risk on the banks. In this volatile environment, the currency exchange rate can change significantly in 30 minutes, and then I'm out money. Even if I go out and cover the transaction immediately and wait the 30 minutes, my bank is still taking the currency risk because the customer can come back and cancel the transaction. I guess it's safe to send this wire now. You're not going to tell me to wait again, are you?
You can push the button, but technically it's not over for 180 days from the promised date of delivery. Until then, a consumer can make any number of claims or errors, including an incorrect amount, a computational error, a failure to provide Nemo the amount disclosed on the receipt, or a failure to have his funds available on the specified date, even if the error was caused by providing bad information or through fraudulent activity.
Hi, remember me? I came in and sent a wire transfer to my brother in Atlantis about 6 months ago, just before the algae encroachment began. He never received the funds, so I want my money back. Here's the receipt.
Okay, well, I can see here that we sent your wire 179 days ago, and it looks like it was received by the beneficiary's bank. It may be a posting error. Your brother should go to his bank and make a claim for the money. Here's a confirmation number to reference. You again.
You can't just send Deanna away like that. There are error resolution requirements that must be followed. Under the rule, you must investigate and resolve errors within 90 days of receiving notice. You must notify sender within 3 business days after concluding your investigation. If an error didn't occur, you need to provide a written explanation of why no error occurred and provide documentation. If an error did occur, you have to correct it as soon as possible.
But we don't have all the information we need to investigate the claim. The recipient bank has the information we need to resolve the situation, and they're not obligated to cooperate with our investigation. But at least I'll have recourse against the recipient bank, I guess.
Actually, you might not. If it turns out that the consumer really did mix up those last 3 digits of the account number, you may be out the money.
Let me get the details of your claim. I'll put them in our system and get them to our claims departments. You'll hear back from us within 90 days.